Once again, thank you for being a part of the Minaida family. We appreciate you. This video would we will be discussing or learning how we could go about requesting ride for ourselves. So if you're requesting ride for yourself, I would show us in this video how you could go about doing that. But before we proceed, you will want to go below this video, and there's a word that says subscribe, or in this red in color it says subscribe, and you want to touch on that to subscribe to Minaida account, the Minaida YouTube account. And after you touch on subscribe, right beside subscribe, there's another image that looks like a bell, like a school bell. You want to touch on that image that looks like a bell, and you should have a list of option, but you want to go for the one that says all. I believe it's the first on the list, is ALL, all. You want to touch on all. What this does is that every time we make new videos, or every time we have new features or new functionality of Minaida, you will be one of the first individuals to receive notification within your YouTube account. Every time we upload new video to YouTube, to the YouTube app, every time we do that, you will receive notification that there is a new video from Minaida. And even if you are telling someone else to subscribe, what they can actually do is just to search Minaida Liberia on YouTube, Minaida Liberia, and you will have the account populated for you to be able to watch other videos. We have other videos on there too, so you could go there and watch videos about the app and how the app works. There is one video that is about 35 minutes long that explains the app, and there's another video that's about 57 minutes long that also explains the app in full, completely explain the app and everything you need to know in detail. So let's get to why we are here. What you have to do, if you had Minaida app in your background for hours or minutes and you moving around, you want to always close Minaida app every time you have Minaida app in your background. As you can see, like one of these apps, you want to make sure that you close Minaida app completely, remove everything from the screen, and then reopen Minaida app. That is the best way to get your most up-to-date address. So your most accurate address is gotten when you close your app completely and reopen your app. So I have closed my app completely and I've reopened my app. So it's providing me this pickup address, as you can see, 87W3 plus PJ, Town, Liberia. And please, if you notice, you see that the address in Liberia is mixed with numbers and letters, and they are capitalized. There are some of them that are capitalized, and there are some that they are pretty much used in small caps. So whenever you are entering the address in Liberia, please enter the address exactly as you see it. Wherever you see capital letters, wherever you see small letters, whenever you see space, you make sure to enter them. You don't have to enter commands and all that, but make sure the spaces and the sizes of the letter, whether it is small letter or capital letter, you want to make sure that you're entering that. And as you can see, there is no space between the 3 and the P, the plus sign right there. There is no space. Everything is joined. So you do not want to create any space between with the plus sign. You want to join everything. So Minaida app, we assume that it has provided me with my pickup address. And again, every time you are requesting ride for yourself, please do not change the pickup address, because the biker or the driver will come directly at that address to pick you up. So Whenever you are requesting ride for yourself, please do not change the pickup address. Most of the time, bikes will be able to pick you up from your houses, like directly be right before your door, hopefully so, or from within your neighborhood. But for bikes, I'm sorry, but for keke and taxi and buses, you will have to go on the road, obviously, because of the road conditions in Liberia. So if you are requesting ride for yourself again, please do not change the pickup address. The only thing you need to do really is to enter your destination address. Destination simply means where you're going or where you want to go. So you want to touch on the destination box. If you're going to the invisible park, you can type in invisible park. And as you can see, there is an option there. You want to make sure to read the options carefully and make sure that you have the right address. Touch on invisible park. Now you see the map has adjusted itself. You can move the map around, you can expand the map, and you can do all sorts of things with the map. You could even drag the destination pin. We'll get to that part shortly. But what you have to enter if you are requesting ride for yourself is only your destination, only your destination. If you're requesting ride for yourself. I would also want to make two other comments on destination. So as you can see, we know exactly where we are going. Is we going to the invisible park, or I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to the invisible park. So I was able to enter invisible park, invisible sports park. What if I do not know the name of the place I'm going, or I do not have the address? We have a solution for that. If you do not have the address of your destination or where you're going, what you have to do is to call someone. You have to contact someone, a friend or family member, whoever they are. So if you're going to school or if you're going to work and you need to get to that place, you need to get to work and you do not have the address, all you have to do is to contact your coworker, or you have to contact your classmates, or wherever you are going. You have to contact anyone who is at that place, at that particular place, and ask them to open their Minaida app. And once they do that, Minaida will provide them the address, and the address will be in a pickup box. So they will screenshot the address and send the address over to you. Now you can take that address and use that address for your destination, because you're trying to get to where they are. So if you do not have the address, that's one of the ways you can get the address. You call someone at the address, contact the person, and ask them to open their Minaida app. If they had their Minaida app in the background of the phone before, if it was open, they have to close it completely and reopen the app to get the accurate address. And so Minaida will give them the accurate address whenever they do that. You want to take that address now. Let's do one example. For example, I have called my friend and my friend sent me the screenshot of the address. Let's assume the address is 979754. This is one of the addresses in Liberia. 9754 plus XGG Dapi Town. So say he sends me the address and I'm typing the address, and as you can see, it gives me the option. You have to be careful there to pay attention, because you see one says Dabi Town, the other says David Town, other says Dakina, and they have different names. So you have to be specific and pay attention. Try to pay attention to, or be sure with the full name of the address. Sometimes the address will come as a greater, most likely it will come as Greater Monrovia, Liberia, before Dapi Town. And as you can see, the Dapi Town and the Greater Monrovia, Liberia shows up. So you want to make sure to enter the full address. Enter spaces where you see spaces, capital letters where you see capital letters, the plus sign and the numbers and the letters, there is or there are no spaces. You have to join the numbers and the letters and the plus sign all together. So please be sure of the entry. You touch on the option there. It tells me Dapi Town. Touch on the option there. Now I've set my destination because my friend was able to open their app and send me the address of where they are. So you can even do this if you're going to visit your friend. You can use your friend's address as your destination because that's where you're going. If you're going to school, you can ask your friend on your school campus to open their Minaida app and send you the address, and you can use that address as your destination. The same thing for your work or wherever you're going across Liberia. So that's the second way you can actually use get your destination address. The first way was that you already know the address, and the second way I explained was that you have to call someone who is at that place to send you to open their Minaida app and send you the address. So what happens if you do not have the address or you do not know anyone at that address? All you have to do really is just to enter the general name of the place. So if you're going red light, but you do not have anyone in red light to give you the specific address, all you have to type in is just to type in red light. Red light. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So as you can see, it's already showing me the list of options. You can choose red light pipeline road, red light redemption hospital, the red hill fuel, and you can make your choices there. So I'm going to choose the first one. And now it's all set, and I could just request a ride and allow the biker or the driver to pick me up and take me to red lights. And once we get into the red light community, I can now direct the biker or the driver to the specific place I'm going. So that's the way you can do it if you do not have the specific address. And say, for instance, if you enter the address this way, like the general name red light, but another way you could go further to get your specific address, if you do not have anyone at that address, if you do not know the address, but you just have the general name of the place, and the general name is red light, or the general name is Nema County. We'll do one just now for the out of town. You just want to enter the general name, as I said earlier, red lights, and then you can expand the map, reduce the map, expand the map. The purpose of expanding the map is to expand the map to see more the names of more areas within that environment. So you could use your two fingers just the way you can expand your pictures, and you always want to expand around your destination, because you're requesting ride for yourself. So as you can see, the red pin that says destination, you want to make sure you move the map and expand around that area. Now you begin to see more names on the map. And if you see the name of the area you're going in, you can just drag the red pin on that area, and as you can see, the map has adjusted itself. The destination box has changed, and it has set to the specific community you're going in. So if you do not have the address for the specific community, all you have to do is to enter the general name, and then the map will begin to show you some areas in the community. You can expand the map more to see more names. The purpose of expanding the map is that the map will allow you to see more names, so you have to expand the map. Keep making it larger and larger around the destination pane, and you begin to see more names, and you can move the map around. And then once you see the name of the place you're going, you can just drag your destination pin and drop it. Drag it and let it go, and it's gonna it will then reset your destination. So this is how you can actually get your pickup and destination set. Now you can choose going out of town. If you're going out of town, you can choose one-time charter, touch the box. You want to make sure to read all of these information. Very important. They change from time to time. Don't assume that I read this before. And as you can see, going out of town is highlighted. You can now, if you don't want to go out of town, you can touch the box once more and the box will get empty. The same for one-time charter. Touch the box. You can touch it again. It gets empty. So you want to touch next and go over. You can select one of the ride categories. So you can choose taxi. Economy taxi simply means taxi. The XD there represents the car, Minaida cars that Minaida was sent to Africa or sent to Liberia. So you can request to ride with Minaida vehicle, or you can request to ride with taxi drivers or bikers, bus drivers across Liberia. The walking helper there, as you can see, only will only provide you individual. It's only recommended that you use walking helper in the neighborhood whenever you need help to find places or to find someone in the neighborhood, or you need help with bags or loads from the road to your house. You can request a walking helper and they will come to the road and help you or show you places, or if you're trying to find someone, they will help you in the community. So now you can choose back, for instance, and touch request. Make sure to read all of these things, all of these caution. And I said, like I said earlier, they change from time to time. You want to request. And then as you can see, the fair and estimate fee, negotiate, ask here for help with the price. This is where you can negotiate the price as you would every time you pretty much have a situation wherein you do not have the complete amount, and the biker tells you it's $300 for the distance, and you say to the biker, I can only afford 280. You can do the same on the app. You can negotiate the price. The price here is 285. You can negotiate that. You can pay 275. So that's what the negotiation page is for. When the price is too high, you do not want to panic. As you can see, the right category, the price may not be accurate. So if the price is not accurate, you want to make sure that you just don't panic. Just make sure you enter the number of passengers on the bottom, as you can see, and choose your right category. Even if the price is too high, just choose the right category and tap and touch request to get to you're trying to get to the negotiation page, because on the negotiation page is where you can adjust the price. So you can adjust the price now to say 260 or 275, whatever you can afford. Also, whenever you see the price low, do not take advantage of that. Make sure to do your best to enter the right price, because if you do not, the driver would automatically reject your ride, because the drivers know their prices for their distances. So if you see the price is too low and you want to take advantage of that, you may not, or you might not get your ride accepted by your driver or by the drivers across Liberia. And the last thing I want to tell us is that we have to make sure to add the fees for Minaida. Minaida fees is between 10 to 20%, but as of right now, we're doing 15%. So every time you enter the amount, you want to enter the fees. So if you want to request a ride for $100 for this example, you want to enter the fees, and the fees, you can go to your calculator. Since the fees is 15%, you want to enter 0.15 times 100. 100 is the amount you want to pay. You hit the equal sign and you see that it's $15. You want to come back to your app and then add the $15 to the $100, and you see that once you make the ride request, your ride will get accepted quickly, because the driver will be receiving their $100 and Minaida will be receiving their $15 as a fee. So every time, even if you're doing 500, for example, you want to come to the app. To your calculator, 0.15 times 500. So it's $75. You want to go back to your app and add the $75 and go ahead and touch on confirm booking. But because I do not have enough funds in the account, they will want to take me to the wallet. Sometimes if you do not have enough funds in the account, you'll be taken to the wallet. So this is what happens after you go through the process. And then the driver will accept your ride request. If the driver does that, this will be the page that will appear. You will have this page. And on this page, you see that you have the driver name. The picture will be there for the driver. You could also message the driver. The message image that is there. You could also call the driver. Calling the driver is not free. You would be charged by your cell phone company. But messaging the driver is free. You can message the driver in the app, and you also see the color of the vehicle, the name of the vehicle, and you also have the ride code. You have this information for your safety. You want to make sure that the same information you have in your app is the same information the individual also has, because sometimes someone would just come and say, hey, is your name this person or this and that, and you agree without even realizing that it's the wrong car, the wrong bike. So you want to make sure that you have the name, the code, and check the license plate of the car, check the color of the car, make sure everything is accurate before you get into a vehicle or before you get onto a bike. And please do not tell the one caution, please do not tell the driver your code. What you have to do is to ask the driver for the code. Tell them to read out the code to you. Ask them what is the code. And once they read out the code to you, you can now be able to match the code and see whether it's the same code that you have in your app. But you can easily memorize the code for your own safety and put your cell phone away for your own safety. And as soon as the biker come on the road or where you're standing or at your house, you can ask the biker what is your code, and they tell you the code, and you make sure the code is the same as the one in your app, and that should be your bike to take you to where you're going. So once again, thank you for being a part of the Minaida family. We appreciate you, and God bless you. Have a blessed day.